Today's story is called The Way You Held the Light. It's a quiet, soulful tale about connection, timing, and the beauty of being seen. Told in slow, simple English, perfect for your heart and for your English learning. So sit back, relax, close your eyes, and just listen. Asterisk. Some people enter your life like sunlight. Not loud. Not burning. Just warm. Tara never believed in dramatic love stories. She didn't believe in soulmates or fairy tales. She believed in coffee at 4 p.m., handwritten notes, and people who kept their promises. Her days were quiet. She worked at a small art gallery in the old part of the city. She loved how the paintings didn't need words. She loved how stillness could say everything. Then one evening, just before closing time, he walked in. He wasn't there for art. He said he was just looking around, but the way he paused at her favorite painting said otherwise. It was a painting of a woman holding sunlight in her hands. Most people passed it by. But he stood in front of it for a long time. She watched him. He said, "She looks like she's trying to hold on to something she can't keep." She smiled. "That's exactly what the artist said when he painted it," she replied. He turned, surprised. And smiled back. That was how it started. His name was Kabir. He wasn't like anyone she had met before. He was thoughtful. He spoke slowly, like every word mattered. He noticed things, like chipped frames, the way light hit the wall at 5:30 p.m., or how she always tucked her hair behind her ear when nervous. They didn't fall in love quickly. It was slower than that. It was the kind of love that built itself in moments. In shared silences, in passing glances, in walks where no one said much, but everything was felt. Kabir began visiting the gallery often. Sometimes he brought coffee. Sometimes books. Sometimes nothing at all, except time. They'd sit near the large window, watching people pass by. And in those hours, time didn't feel like a thing that moved. It felt still. Like them. He told her about his life, about the music he used to make, about the city he left behind, about the people who expected him to become someone else. She listened. And she never asked him to be more or less. He once told her, "You're the only place I don't feel like I need to explain myself." She didn't know how to say it, but she felt the same. Then came the goodbye. It wasn't sudden. He had told her from the beginning that he was only in town for a short time, just passing through, trying to find something he had lost. She had nodded. Back then, it didn't feel real. But when the day came, it did. They didn't say, "I love you." They didn't cry. They just stood in front of that painting, the woman holding light, and looked at each other. She said, "I hope you find what you're looking for." He said, "I already did. I just can't keep it." He left. Weeks passed. Then months. She went back to her quiet life. But something had changed. Not in the world, but in her. There was a warmth that hadn't been there before. A memory that didn't hurt, but held her gently. She often sat in front of the same painting. And one day, she found a note tucked behind the frame. It was his handwriting. "You taught me how to be still. You taught me how to see. I couldn't stay, but I'll always remember. The way you held the light." She cried. Not out of sadness. But because something so quiet could feel so deep. Years later, people still visited the gallery. They still admired the paintings. But no one noticed how often she stood in front of that one painting. No one knew that the woman in the painting wasn't just a painting anymore. She had become a part of someone's story. Someone who came and left. But never really went away. Now that the story has touched your heart, let's take a moment to learn, gently and peacefully. Here are some beautiful English words from the story. Spoken slowly, with clear meanings. So you can understand them deeply. Not just with your mind, but with your heart. These words will help you feel the story again. This time, word by word. So take a breath. Sit back. And just listen. To the language of love, light, and memory. Asterisk. Stillness, a deep, calming silence or pause. Glance, a quick, subtle look. Presence, the feeling that someone is meaningfully there. Unspoken, not said aloud but deeply felt. Framed, enclosed or outlined, often with meaning. Flicker, a brief or wavering light or feeling. Pause, a short, meaningful stop in action. Echo, a repeated sound or memory that lingers. Softness, a gentle, delicate quality of feeling or tone. Tucked, placed or hidden gently into a safe spot. Fade, to slowly disappear or lose strength. Stilled, brought to complete calm or rest. Bittersweet, a mix of happiness and sadness. Wistful, a gentle, longing sadness. Glow, a soft and steady warmth or light. Lingering, staying longer than expected, like a feeling. Silent goodbye, a parting with no words, only emotion. Ephemeral, lasting a short time, but beautiful. Trace, a small sign or mark left behind. Almost, not quite, but very close, filled with meaning. Some stories don't end with loud goodbyes. They end softly. Like a warm light slowly fading into memory. You've just listened to the way you held the light. A story of stillness, softness, and love that came quietly, and stayed in the heart. And now, you've learned some of the most beautiful words from that story. Words filled with meaning. With emotion. With life. These weren't just vocabulary words. They were feelings. They were moments. They were light. Blue Book. If this story moved you, leave a word or a thought in the comments. Bell subscribe for more calm, romantic stories in simple English. Headphone. And remember, the words we hold in our hearts are the ones that stay with us forever.